This fourth president was a man of few words. He preferred to stay in the shadows, letting his actions speak for him. We're talking about the fourth president of the Philippines, Sergio Osmeña. In this video, we'll take you through rare facts about Sergio Osmeña that you probably didn't learn in school. So stick around. But before we begin, now back to the video. We kick off with Osmeña the prodigy. Did you know that by the age of 25, he was already the youngest governor in Philippine history? Yes, you heard that right. In 1904, at the age of 25, Osmeña took the helm of Cebu province. But how did he do it? Well, he won the election. As the candidate of the Nacionalista Party, he ran on a platform of promoting English education and enhancing public works. He campaigned hard, traveling all over the province to meet the people. And the gamble paid off. He was elected governor, becoming the youngest to hold the position in the history of the Philippines. Talk about an early start to public service. Moving on, let's talk about Osmeña the journalist. That's right. Before stepping into politics, Osmeña had a stint as a journalist. He co-founded a newspaper called El Nuevo Dia, which started in December 1906. This paper was no ordinary publication. It was a bold voice against the Americans and their colonial policies. The English version of the paper was called The New Day. Together, these newspapers formed a powerful force in the fight for Philippine independence. They were a mouthpiece for the growing nationalist movement, giving voice to those who yearned for freedom. But sadly, this journey in journalism was short-lived. The American authorities shut down the paper just 3 years later. You see, El Nuevo Dia was too much of a threat to their regime. The paper's unwavering stance on independence and its sharp criticism of colonial policies made it a target. In fact, the paper was suppressed due to its radical views. Despite the challenges, Osmeña's time as a journalist played a vital role in shaping his political career. It was here that he honed his skills in writing and public speaking, skills that would later serve him well as he rose through the ranks of Philippine politics. Next up, let's discuss Osmeña, the man behind the scenes. Now, many of us have heard of the legendary Filipino politician Manuel L. Quezon, the first president of the Philippines. But what many do not know is that Quezon and Osmeña were like two sides of the same coin. They were part of a political alliance that shaped the course of Philippine history. But while Quezon was the charismatic frontman, it was Osmeña who was the brains behind many of their victories. For decades, Osmeña served as Quezon's right-hand man, helping him draft important laws and policies. In fact, Osmeña played a crucial role in the creation of the 1935 Philippine Constitution. It was Osmeña who proposed the bicameral legislature, an idea that aimed to balance the power between the people and the government. But perhaps his greatest contribution came when Quezon died in exile during World War II. With their leader gone, it was Osmeña who stepped up. He became president, not because he wanted the power, but because he felt it was his duty. There was no campaign, no parades, just a quiet transfer of leadership. Now let's talk about Osmeña, the wartime president. The Second World War was a dark chapter in Philippine history. But amidst the chaos and destruction, there was one constant: President Sergio Osmeña. When the Japanese forces invaded the Philippines in 1942, Osmeña didn't flee. He stayed in his post, providing leadership and comfort to a nation under siege. But that's not all. After years of exile in the US, Osmeña returned to the Philippines in 1944, shortly after the liberation. His return was a symbol of hope for a nation trying to rebuild itself. In fact, he played a pivotal role in restoring government services, promoting peace, and launching economic recovery programs. It was a Herculean task, but Osmeña didn't hesitate. He worked tirelessly, demonstrating courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to his country. And finally, let's take a glimpse into Osmena's personal life. Beyond the title of wartime president, Sergio Osmeña was a man with a heart. He was a man who loved deeply and lost deeply. Throughout his life, he faced personal tragedies that would have broken a lesser man. He lost his first wife, Estefania, and several of his children to illness and tragedy. Yet he persevered. He found love again, remarried, and raised a large family. Many of his children went on to serve in public office, following in their father's footsteps. President Osmeña was a man of deep faith, humility, and grace. Despite the weight of his position, he remained grounded, always ready to lend a helping hand. So, there you have it, a quick look at the extraordinary life of Sergio Osmeña, a Filipino statesman, soldier, journalist, and above all, a man of the people. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.